Welcome back to ABC24 This Week. I'm joined by ABC24 political analyst Otis Sanford, political consultant Susan Adler-Thorpe, and Reverend Ken Whalum. All right, let's talk about the letter that was sent out by the Energy and Commerce Committee of the U.S. Congress to the chairman and CEO of the Tennessee Valley Authority, Jeffrey Lyash, accusing the TVA of not doing what it was created to do, basically, and citing Memphis in the letter as an example, the only city that was mentioned specifically. And in the letter, they said, according to at least one analysis, hundreds of thousands of low-income households in Tennessee face an elevated energy burden, with some spending as much as 27% of their annual income on energy, while low-income residents of cities such as Memphis face some of the highest energy burdens in the nation. And Otis, the response from the $450 million from Memphis group, which is advocating that MLGW leave the TVA, said today's letter from the U.S. Congress to TVA validates the concerns our group has had from day one. The letter is well supported, and it highlights the issues facing trapped customers in TVA's monopoly service area. To which MLGW CEO J.T. Young responded that MLGW's electric rates remain among the lowest across the Tennessee Valley, as well as across the nation. As it pertains to the energy burden, income is a primary factor. And to give MLGW credit here, it's taking a lot of heat for its energy burden, but if you have a lot of your customers who are in poverty, right, it only stands to reason, yes, that a higher percentage of their income would go to pay for energy. What are your thoughts?
Well, there's no question about that. But still, this is a PR problem for TVA and Memphis Light, Gas, and Water. Anytime you have Congress getting involved in this and slapping the hand of TVA for rates that are too high, especially in a city like Memphis, the critics are really going to jump on this, and rightfully so. I understand what J.T. Young was trying to say there, but it almost came across as saying, well, we have poor people, so what? We're going to still keep the rates where they are. I'm not sure that that's the message he wanted to send, but that's how it was perceived. All this does is gives ammunition to the critics who say MLGW needs to leave TVA and find another entity for its electricity.
Reverend Ken, from the beginning, I've just been an advocate of, look, we should at least explore this. We've got 4 studies in hand, not done by, or were done, I should say, by independent agencies. The savings range from as low as $250, maybe $100 million, to as much as $500 million. Let's at least explore it. Yeah, it seems to me that at every turn, MLGW's higher-ups finding out about this and exploring the possibility, including the fact that they're getting bids now about leaving the TVA, and they're keeping hush-hush on that. What are your thoughts, and what are your constituents saying about this?
I don't think you're wrong about that, Richard, and our constituents want to know, they just want to know. They want to know how much of their income they're going to have to start increasing to pay their light, gas, and water bills. But I don't think it can be overstated, Richard and Otis, how much it means for the Congress, the United States Congress, to get involved in this. Right. It's very, very interesting to me. By the way, I've noticed recently a spate of new commercials on television sponsored by TVA in conjunction with MLGW, and they're such consumer-friendly commercials with all these beautiful people, beautiful images, talking about how the public utility belongs to the people who live in the community. Well, now I think they have my attention, and it's going to be interesting to see just how influential the Congress is going to be. What I think is going to happen is that TVA is just going to start giving more money through lobbyists to Congress, and I think we're going to see Congress kind of back down a little bit. I hope not.
All right, well, Susan, for 4 years you've been involved in an effort to, get MLGW to understand why it should explore this effort. What are your thoughts about the effect a letter like this can have?
Well, first of all, in all due respect to my good friend Otis, I think this is not just a PR effort or PR problem from TVA and Light, Gas, and Water. This is a real problem about real rates for electricity that people have to pay. And for Mr. Young to say that it's a problem because of low income in this community, I mean, blame it on the poor people. They're not working hard enough so they can pay the high rates. I mean, it is just nonsensical what he said. Whether he meant to say it or not, he said it, Otis. And Kenneth, I hope TVA doesn't start spending a lot of money on lobbyists in Washington, because that is in the TVA Act. It is prohibited. They cannot do that. They cannot lobby Washington. So, you know, what I think is that, and this was a surprise to a lot of people here, including myself, to see Congress get involved. You've got a real serious problem on your hands with rates. And it's not just about combined, because we have a combined utility bill of water and gas. If you pull out those rates, you will find that the Congress, I believe, is right, that they are among some of the highest in the nation. But it's been always clouded because we have this combined utility bill with inexpensive water, which we have, and a cheap source for gas.
Okay. All right. We're going to leave it there for now. I know this topic will be revisited in the months ahead. When we come back, we're going to discuss Senator Marsha Blackburn. She found herself in hot water this week after some congressional testimony involving a judicial nominee. We'll be right back.